We're recording.
My name is Micah. I'm 38 years old. I'm going to Teen Challenge right now. I've been there for 6 months. I went there with a serious alcohol addiction. I hadn't had Jesus in my life before then, except for briefly through high school. I had actually been studying to be a minister, and then that just didn't work out with the pastor leaving, and I decided to join the Navy. I briefly was in the Navy for 12 years. I lost most of my hearing, and then became a chef. I made a pretty extravagant amount of money, enough to retire at a pretty early age. I was living in New Orleans at the time, and Hurricane Katrina brought me up to Minnesota, where I worked briefly and then continued to stay retired. I accumulated a couple drunk driving incidents and decided that I would work specifically on staying sober. After a couple bouts in a VA treatment facility, I was still overcome by what I thought was just an alcohol problem. What I found out now was a problem of not having Christ in my life. So in October of last year, I came to Teen Challenge. God blessed me, sent me with the passage of Joel 2:25, which is, I will give you back the years the locusts have devoured. So I've decided to dedicate the rest of my life to giving God back the years that I've taken from him and that Satan's taken from him. A couple of months ago, I was introduced to a group called Men on Fire, and that's been the greatest blessing of my life. Where Teen Challenge brought me into the ballpark of Christ, Men on Fire brought me to the dugout. They turned me into a fighter. They made me want to fight for Christ. They made me want to be an end-time warrior. I love what they've given me. I've learned the disciplines of fasting and prayer, and I've recently been blessed with the gift of watching, where I'm able to stay up all night in prayer with God, and he gives me message and word, and I'm awake the next morning like nothing's happened, except for the beauty of what he gives me. Men on Fire is something that I want to continue to be in for the rest of my life, until the end of times, whichever sooner. I love this ministry, and I give my heart to it. Thank you.